Satisfying menu sounds. We have a save file to load here. So, looks like there's new things to do in the castle here. Also, I guess I could have this off or on. Doesn't really matter. You know, that's the chapter that we're on, so it's not a big deal. I tried to transfer my save data, and here, I'll load it up and show what happened on my actual 3DS here. I tried to get my save data onto here and just connect to my castle stuff, and there's some sort of weird internet connectivity thingamabob that wasn't working, so I was like, huh. Well, Nintendo is soon going to take away the means to officially get more of these anyway. Well, unless I just roll the dice on hoping that somebody drops one of these things like they did with a couple of these other things, and then I just, like, use the arena to get more and more of it. But I was like, that's gonna take, like, forever. So because I couldn't visit other castles, and let's face it, if I could visit other castles, I would have just loaded up to, like, in the 90s of each of these anyway. I, instead opened a save data editor, and I just gave myself 50 of all of these, and then, you know, got a little bit more in the arena for some of them since then. Hello, Redor Master. Hold on, let's see if it's different today. If I go to visit castles, and then, sure, recommendations connecting to the internet, what's it gonna tell me, huh? What's it gonna be? And it's not quite gonna work. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's just weirdness with, you know, everything that Nintendo's been doing, mucking about. Apparently the online services are supposed to go down officially, like, early next year. It's not supposed to be down yet. But despite that, I never had any issue doing this during the Birthright playthrough. But during the Conquest playthrough, I just can't seem to do it. Could not connect to the internet. The security key or DNS may have been entered incorrectly. Check in system settings, internal settings. But if I hit the home button, that is an internet connection up there. It says I'm connected to the internet, you can see. Now it's not. Weird. It was just a second ago. Now it is again. You can see the blue up there, that it's clearly connected to the internet. So I don't really know what's going on with that. So I wanted to get these materials in the legitimate way. I could not. I could not do that. But I did try, you know. I did certainly try there. But hello, Mythic and Lancer. Hope things are going well today. I love Crafty and Pikachu with the combination of emojis there. So, you know, I tried. Couldn't quite get it. The save data editor was actually pretty, like, good. It seemed like. I did want to just look into getting the other resource spots. And I've seen a mod where it's like you can get the other food spots. I didn't see a mod where it's like you get the other gem spots. So, I don't know. I'll probably figure it out later. Unfortunately, this save data editor, like, was kind of discontinued before it got to the point that you could, like, place down whatever here or unlock whatever. Did I? Hold on. I think... Okay. I was about to say, I think I was looking into some mod that just made it so that you could access, like, all the buildings at all times, including the different resource spots. So maybe that would be something that I just did later in the playthrough, because I don't want all the upgrades available right now. I want all the upgrades available, like, as they normally become available. I don't really know what I'm doing with these statues, man. Just slap them down over here or something in the corner for now. So, yeah, that's essentially what went on there, but I did try. I did try to do it legitimately, but it's not working. So I don't know what the heck is going on with, like, Nintendo's stuff. But, things are getting weird. Whoa, don't crash on me. I don't know where to put things. I'm not used to using this castle setup. Here, just put the Einherjar's shop over here. Something or other. What can we upgrade? Oh, Lilith's temple can. That means I can keep on feeding Lilith again. Sure, that. Yeah. I mean, Nintendo in general, when it comes to, like, their online whatever stuff here. Hold on. Where's, so there's a lot of support conversations available again because, you know, it took some time since last time. Effie and Kaze are at the ready, so maybe I'll go bond with someone who's not either of them. Something or other. Don't know why the audio is being all laggy. I have had this open for some time, and just had it on pause. Maybe if I try restarting it, it'll be a little bit better. But yeah, I've just had it, like, paused in the background on my computer for, like, some time now. You know, it's kind of been the case. But yeah, I don't doubt that Nintendo's probably screwing around with things. And, you know, who knows, maybe it's just not possible to visit other castles anymore. slowly but surely here, Fire Emblem Fates is becoming more and more lost media, isn't it? Oh, that's so sad to think about. We just started Telltale's The Walking Dead yesterday, and I was talking a little bit at the end of that stream how Minecraft Story Mode, another one of Telltale's games, is basically lost media nowadays as well. And you know, Fire Emblem Fates is already like partially lost media, since you can't exactly get revelations if you don't already own it. And what statues? Niles' statue is just there. Things are a little bit of a mess around here. And you know, very soon it's gonna become like very, very lost media, considering like what, you could go and purchase a copy of Birthright or Conquest and that's it. If your Minecraft Story Mode came out physically with all episodes on it. I mean, I guess there's that, but there's no real place that's really sold anymore, though, is it? Yeah, there's that. Ah, yes, but what is it, Lost Media? Baldur's Gate 3. You know, I've been... How's it going today, Frecky? You know, I've been losing my mind lately over playing Detective Pikachu, because I normally do a whole lot of Nintendo stuff around here. So I was like, hey, I'll cover Detective Pikachu when it comes out. And I have been. And it's... Here, just take this. And it's been so boring. Like, I find myself nearly falling asleep when I'm playing it. I was thinking about streaming it tonight to see it through, like, a little bit more, but I don't have all that much time tonight. I'm gonna try to go to bed at a decent hour. And the last stream was 5 hours long for one investigation, and it's like, well, I'm not going 5 hours today, so let's not. But I was saying during the last Detective Pikachu stream, like, you know, this is my own time. I could technically do whatever I want with it. Like, I could be playing something like Baldur's Gate 3 right now. But no, here I am playing, like, Detective Pikachu and, like, halfway falling asleep from the game boring me to death. And yet, that's what I decided to put myself through. Sure, do that. Because it's what I decided to do. You know, whoa. Yeah, I'll just restart the thingamabob after this and then maybe it'll run better. You know, something like Fire Emblem Fates I very much enjoy. But, you know, Detective Pikachu is more like, if I wasn't a content creator, I would not be covering it. You know, I'm just covering it for the sake of, like, I do a lot of Nintendo stuff, and a lot of people know me for my Pokemon essays and stuff, so it's like, yeah, I'll cover the main new Pokemon stuff when it comes out. But it's just so not fun remotely. Like, it's not good, you know? Let's see here. Yeah, let's reopen the thing. Yeah, Fates is so lost media, more abandoned media. I guess so, but it's just, like, impossible to access some main important parts of it legitimately anymore. Or the new Detective Pikachu is not good. Yeah. It's not. Baldur's Gate 3 actually has you rolling for things instead of doing it in the background, too. Like, I know about the rolling, but I don't know what you mean by instead of in the background. Do you usually do things in the background of other games? I don't understand what this means, I'm sorry. Sad the Detective Pikachu Returns sucks fat nards because you love both Pokemon and mystery media. Yeah! They could have absolutely made it great. The thing that playing Detective Pikachu has made me want to play the most is Ace Attorney. Like, Detective Pikachu just feels like so fillery and boring. Did I... Wait, what? Did I not save the stuff that I thought I just saved? Oh my god, it's even laggier now. Maybe this just counts as another day, because I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting more stuff to do now because it's another day. I'm playing a good mystery game like Professor Layton, or that. I've never actually played a Professor Layton game. I did watch a no commentary playthrough of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney versus Professor Layton. And I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty neato there. I should take away these statues from in between the trees and stuff. Other games takes the stats and does a roll, calculate the outcome, just much different from the internal workings of many games that has stats. I mean, yeah, this kind of thing is percentage-based for, you know. Oh my goodness, take stats into account, and then you have, like, your percentages down here. And all that. I have a 100% chance of hitting, we both do, wow. Ow. A big no damage. What are you gonna do to a dragon like me, huh? Nothing. As what? Give me that sapphire. Yeah, I'm fairly certain I had 50 onyx before, so I think it rolled over to another day. Is what I think happened. You could use the wheat silas, are you gonna make bread? But yeah, so much of playing Detective Pikachu Returns just makes me want to be playing anything else. You know, Like, I actually had a lot of fun last night streaming a whole bunch of Walking Dead. Don't know why I blanked on the name there for a hot second. There, look at that. That was pretty fun, and it's interesting coming back to that game when, you know, that came out like 11 years ago, which is crazy to think about. More than that. I guess I'll have my conversations with people first, is what we'll do here. Yeah, Azura, you want to have a conversation with Odin? Best guy? Suspension Bridge is a strange place to meet, Odin. Is everything okay? Oh, or is this place you mentioned the other day? The one that frightens you? Odin? This turbulent weather and formidable height. Oh gods, this is bad. This is really bad. Odin, what's wrong? You're as pale as a ghost. Guess you really meant it when you told me this place terrified you. I was deadly serious, milady. If only I was graced by with your serenity. Odin, may I ask why you were so afraid of heights? Where to begin? Some time ago. Well, strictly speaking. It's technically some time in the future, and it's still crazy to think that the same voice actor for him is like the same voice actor as Detective Pikachu. Anyway, let's just say something very bad happened to me. I was trying to retrieve something, but then something truly frightening happened. Sadly, I'm not at liberty to share any more details than that, but my apologies. Oh, I see. But lady, I can't help but feel I've disappointed you with my secrecy. That cannot stand. I shall have to push myself to share a bit more with you. Huh? No, don't try to talk me out of it. You said I inspire you to conquer bad memories. And if that's the case, I need to do this. Face my fears and face them. I'm not quite sure what you're saying, but there's no need for you to worry about me. No, it's decided. I'm very particular about maintaining my image. So I have to make sure I look cool all the time, especially to my fans. Your fans? I don't believe I ever said you look cool, but I suppose. Alright, here I go. Deep breath. This is for you, milady. Are you sure you're going to be okay? I can do this. Come hither, brave minions of the deep, cold darkness. Reveal yourselves. Come forth from thy eternal abyss. Yes, that's it. It's working. The power. Yes. Minions, now is the time. Push your master across the bridge. Shadow Dragon Fire Assault! Yeah! Odin, you're being very brave, but I wonder if he realizes running like that is making the bridge much shakier. Yeah, not only is Kaji Tang both Owe and Pikachu, he's also apparently Sub-Zero in the new Mortal Kombat. That's interesting. I know that he's played in a whole lot of things, but yeah, those are the two ones that I know of, like, recent stuff around here. May I have a word with you? Of course, Silas. How may I help you? Look, I don't know how to say this without sounding rude, so I'll be straight with you. That sounds ominous, but please, go ahead. There's no need for secrets. Funny you should say that. You're the biggest secret keeper in the whole army. I'm afraid I'm not following you. You hardly say 2 words to anyone. You're obviously hiding something. So, what exactly are you up to? Excuse me? Listen, maybe others fall for this mystery thing you have going on, but not me. The war's at a critical point. Can't afford to drop our guard. I have some serious questions about your loyalties. You're a spy, aren't you? Oh my god, that forced its way out. Silas, I apologize if I've given you that impression, but no. Honestly, I don't have any secrets. I'm certainly not plotting against our friends. Our friends? Let me tell you something. My closest friend trusts you. If you ever betray Harmonia, I will never forgive you. Do you understand? Perfectly. Yeah, Shadow Dragon Fire Assault kind of goes hard as an anime attack name. Yeah, it kind of would, wouldn't it? I just remember when instead of complaining about, oh no, the handheld isn't as powerful as the home consoles and launching botched ports, they just downgrade graphics or made entirely new versions for the handhelds, downgrade graphics properly. You mean like with the, like 3DS games looking charming for the hardware that they were on, or what do you mean? No. Because yeah, no, but I mean, a lot of the discussion going around about like, oh, it's just not as powerful as the home consoles is oftentimes around things like Pokemon, where it's just like, oh, it looks this way because it's just that and not the fact that the game is crap. But yeah, like, a lot of people do know at this point that, like, the Switch is very outdated hardware. It was a bit outdated before it even came out, honestly. Like, it has a very simple tablet GPU, I'm fairly certain, and all that. But, you know, it would be really nice to see some upgrade hardware. Yeah, I've seen some footage of the new Mortal Kombat on Switch. I have indeed. You can see a Fairy Tail character using an attack name called Shadow Dragon Fire Assault. That's an anime that I've never seen before, should I? Remember that? Used to have a copy, I assume, of Raving Rabbids for the Game Boy Advance, completely different than the console releases. Yeah, similar thing with the SpongeBob movie games. There was 3 of them. There was the home console release that was a 3D platformer in this with the engine of Battle for Bikini Bottom. There was the PC point-and-click adventure game, and then there was the Game Boy Advance 2D platformer, and they were all called the SpongeBob movie game. And I don't have confirmation yet, but there's a chance that I might be covering all 3 of those on November 4th with, like, 2 friends of mine. Maybe. One of them is available, the other isn't sure yet. So, on November 4th is, like, the Extra Life stuff going on. And we usually do a 24-hour, like, Extra Life charity stream for the Stolly Children's Hospital each November around here. And I got an email a couple months ago from Fragapalooza to, like, the various different Frag staff and stuff that was saying, like, hey, Extra Life is doing their event coming up. We typically help out with that. Who's available to help out? And I was like, oh, like, what's going on with that? Can I get some more details? And apparently, the, one of the really big malls that we have around here has a full-on, like, skating rink on it. Apparently, Extra Life from the city here is doing a 24-hour event. Well, technically a bit more than 24 hours because you have to, like, set up and tear down and stuff like that. But a little bit more than 24-hour event that's, like, a LAN party of playing games and fundraising for charity on the ice rink. I don't know how that works. Apparently, they've done it before. I've never been a part of it. But I said that I was available to help out, so it seems like I'm gonna be, like, gaming for 24 hours on November 4th on this mall's ice rink. I don't know how exactly we're gonna set that up, but I'll figure it out there. And my friends that I was planning on organizing SpongeBob movie game stuff with, I was like, wouldn't that be so funny to play the SpongeBob movie games together, all the various different versions on the ice rink there? So if the other one is available, that'd be so good. But yeah, I saw an email went out semi-recently from Extra Life that's like, oh yeah, those that want to be part of this event, you better register here soon. So I reached out to Frag again, like, wait, is that something that I need to register a seat for? But they were like, nah, you're good, because we as, like, Fragapalooza have, like, our own little area and stuff like that, and you're part of that, so don't worry. And I was like, oh, okay, neat. So at Fragapalooza each year, there's always, like, a little booth that has, like, Extra Life stuff there. I saw them there this year. I didn't chat with any of them there. I was busy doing, like, Smash tournament stuff and playing with Guzma and Finn and all that. So I didn't get much chance for that. But apparently, Extra Life always has, like, a small thing at Fragapalooza, and Fragapalooza always has, like, a small thing at Extra Life's thing. And it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. Acoustic Harmonia on ice, let's go. Yeah, so that's gonna be going on November 4th. And I'm currently in the talks to figure out if SpongeBob movie games can happen during it. I don't know whether or not yet. I still need to find out with this one guy's availability. I'll probably follow up with him here pretty soon. But it'd be pretty funny. I would like to play some Metal Gear Solid 2. We played Metal Gear Solid 1 during the May 24-hour cherry stream. Wow, Effie has a lot of ones. I would love to play some Metal Gear Solid 2 on ice. You know? Well, let's see here. I mean, Super Street Fighter 4 launched on PS3 and 3DS, and as far as you're aware, the 3DS version wasn't ever regarded that poorly. Probably launched on Xbox and PC too. Yeah, where they're trying to make games specifically for these different consoles as opposed to just like, let's dial it back until it works on that console, you know? I had to argue with someone once that Devil May Cry 3 could run on the Switch. This was before Devil May Cry 3 was on Switch, and you argued it's a goddamn PS2 game, the Switch is underpowered, but is it a potato? Yeah, I can easily run things like that. Switch isn't that terrible, don't understand why everyone thinks it's ungodly weak. Yeah, it's not. It is behind the times. It was a bit outdated before it even came out. Like, it's not the best hardware. But look at something like what Monolith Soft makes, and it's absolutely amazing. But yeah, I mean, compared to a PS5, not even close. Yeah, it's not half bad for what it is, but it should get a hardware upgrade soon. I do hope that Nintendo unveils a new console soon. But yeah, let's see here. Honestly, you're surprised they didn't get more mobile game ports? Yeah, you would think there. Had a 360 version of Street Fighter 4. It's pretty poggin'. Nice. Let's see some more support conversations here. Silas. I watched you carefully in that last battle, and now I can demonstrate precisely how we are different. Alright, let's hear it. Take a look here, under my armor. Gods! Did she just flash him? Look at this scar. He was just appalled. Effie, I had no idea you had suffered such grievous wounds. To protect someone is to sacrifice your own flesh and blood. Dedication to Elise is total, so these don't even bother me. You don't appear to have suffered the same types of wounds. Maybe I'm just better and I avoided them. You're very skilled in battle. You have immense talent. But I have to train around the clock just to stay alive out there. Point is taken. I do not wish to make this a competition. Please understand that I too have suffered in battle. Not everything comes quite so easily to me. I think the most important thing is that we both strive to protect above all else. Yes, after seeing your defense of Lord Harmonia, I believe you. Thank you, Effie. It is gratifying to hear those words. Perhaps we can make better use of our individual strengths in the next battle. For example, I could take a forward position ahead of you and Lady Elise. And Harmonia, of course. That way, I can protect all of you. Sorry, Silas, but that doesn't work for me. I need to be able to see up front. Yes, I suppose your style is suited to an aggressive position. More importantly, I won't get any stronger if I just stand behind you. I need to be mixing it up if I want to improve my skills. Surely you understand. Of course. Let's simply make a pact to cooperate whenever possible. In defense of the ones we care about, of course. Of course. Thank you, Silas. Also, wait, think about November 4th. That isn't super long away from here. That's 1, 2, 3 weeks. Just under 3 weeks. Like, 1 day under 3 weeks. I should probably make an official announcement in the Discord server here pretty soon that, hey, in 3 weeks we're having the next 24-hour charity stream, and it's gonna be, like, the only charity event that we've ever done that isn't here. And it's gonna be the 10th charity event this channel has ever done. It'll be the 9th 24-hour charity stream, but the 10th charity event on the channel, because there was that CLAX Smash and Dash tournaments that we did a few years back. That was a charity event as well. So yeah, I should get on figuring that out and follow up with my friendo there and stuff. Also, in terms of some other stuff going on here recently, one thing that I will show briefly. I've been working on a very short video essay. It's basically done on Metroid Prime here to submit for my one of my game design classes that I'm in right now, because we have the option of doing like a video essay format for our game analysis, but it has to be under 10 minutes. So I had to really challenge myself to get right to the point and be under 10 minutes, but I think I'm basically done. But I'm probably gonna wait until I hear like my professor's input first. Also, with the way that I have the layout order here, like I turn this on and off and corn will be in or out of the jar. That's kind of funny. So this is basically done. I'll probably release it when, you know, I end up chatting with my professor a little bit about it, like with the format and stuff like that. And, you know, this is the one that I've submitted for now. It might be subject to change if my professor gives me like some good advice or something like that. I might have to replace these because it turns out these are copyrighted. They're really great jammers, but apparently they're copyrighted, so I probably can't use them. I reached out to the owners of these being like, hey, can I use it? But I haven't heard back yet, so if that doesn't change, I'll replace that. So this is subject to change, but I do basically have another done video essay like at the ready here pretty soon. And it'll be published whenever it seems like it's finalized and published. I mean, it's basically done. It's just hamming out some details now. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that stuff. And it's the shortest video essay that I've ever made. Never done one under 10 minutes before. But yeah, let's see here. I mean, Asphalt 9 made it to the Switch. I have no idea what that is, but it sounds like a racing game. It's a semi-demanding mobile game. Pokemon Unite as well, though Pokemon Unite is also first party. Yeah, so that makes sense there. Imagine get Dark Souls Remastered working on Switch. Yeah, it only runs at 30 FPS, but it's a consistent 30 frames. Would have been nice if Dark Souls 2 and 3 were on the Switch too. Consistent 30 FPS is better than randomly jump between 30 and 60. Yeah, that is better there, I agree. And then I said, fuck you, don't get 2 or 3 because reasons. Yeah. Yeah. Also, can we just talk about how sad it'll be in 4 years when Switch servers go down and all those people who buy cloud version games just don't get to play them anymore? Wait, what are cloud version games? Like, I know that, Kingdom Hearts fans and shit. Oh, yeah! Oh, I remember that! Where it's like some Kingdom Hearts thing where Bob was coming to the Switch, but it was like a cloud-based thing where you play it on the cloud. I don't own a single game like that, but Yeah, I remember now. That was a thing with some of them. It's so weird. Arthur, we need to talk. Oh? How may I be of service, fair maiden? Well, to be blunt, what's wrong with you? How do you mean? Well, in our last battle, you seemed a bit listless. You looked tired. Is that so? Well, I may have been experimenting a bit with my training. Experimenting? What have you been up to? Ah, it's more a question of what haven't I been up to? Me when I work on a bazillion projects around here. You see, I've decided to try focusing more on our Lady Elise, like you. So to that end, I haven't helped any little old ladies cross the street. And I haven't rescued any cats from any trees or rooftops in a very long time. Instead, I've spent hours thinking about Lady Elise, just like you. I've pledged total allegiance to her, just like you. And I've begun bench pressing tree trunks, kinda like you. How did you manage to make it look so easy? Well, Arthur, you didn't need to change anything you were doing. Forget bench pressing tree trunks, that's my thing. Go back to rescuing cats and cheering up crying babies. That's the selfless Arthur we all know and love. Because whatever you're doing now, it sure isn't working. Terrific! Oh, please don't be upset, Arthur. It's just that we each have our own way of doing things. It's not like one is better than the other. We're both good at what we do. Honestly, I think the best thing you can do for Elise is to just be yourself. Stupendous! Yes, that's the Arthur I know. And love? Yes. Ha ha! Okay then. That was weird. Arthur we all know and love. But yeah. Let's see here. Reheated pizza as we speak. Nice. Basically, I just want we can't be asked to get this working on the Switch, so here's a license to stream the game over Nintendo Online. Oh, man. As we spec, God, love your... Yeah. You know, there's typos all the time in Twitch chat, but after streaming for the past 5 years, like, I typically don't even read the typos or notice them. Like, my brain has just become conditioned to, like, assume what the word probably means and then actually, you know, just read it out is what it probably means. And there are times that people actually are trying to say something like the way that is, and my brain interprets it as a typo, and I say what I think it means, and they're like, no, can you not read? This is why I wrote. And it's like, well, I can read, but I'm a Twitch streamer. I just assume that everyone is making typos at, like, every twist and turn. You know, to not being the last game streaming service one should trust, given how well their servers work. Yeah. And now with the stuff with, you know, the online services of this suddenly getting sketchy as of this year on this playthrough, you know, to the point that I couldn't visit other castles, and I don't know what's up with that, you know. Good old Nintendo online services, you know. So I don't know what's going on there. Because I did it all the time during the Birthright playthrough, but Conquest playthrough? Nah, I can't, apparently. Niles, can't believe the things you've been saying in front of Lady Elise. You forget everything we talked about. Now, wait a minute, Effie. There's no need to jump down my throat. I was just helping Lady Elise with her little problem. What problem? Lady Elise needed help picking out a gift for Lord Leo's birthday. She asked for my help. I am his retainer, after all. Oh, so you weren't teaching her naughty words, then? No, I was merely giving her advice. She picked up some of my phrases on her own. I've never paid attention to Lord Leo's interests, so Lady Elise and I talked often. That is, until you gave me a few ideas. They were most helpful. I'm in your debt. Wow, I should apologize. I had no idea you had redeeming qualities. Niles, tilt your head this way. What? I thought we agreed. There's no need to give me the apple treatment. I'm going to give you a little peck. What? Wouldn't a handshake be more appropriate? Yes, it would. The last time I shook a man's hand, I crushed it by accident. How about we leave it at thanks? No crushed apples, no broken bones. Alright. Thank you, Niles. You're a more honorable man than I realized. I'm gonna try to grow apples coming up here. I currently have seeds cold stratifying in my fridge to convince them that it's winter. I have, like, I don't know what they're called. Some sort of weird prairie apples that I got from my Oma's neighbor. as well as this type of apple that she gave me that's red on the outside and red on the inside. It was really funky and it tasted really good, and she had no idea what the species was, and if I look up apples that are red on the outside and inside, apparently there's a lot of them, so it didn't really help me much. But I'm gonna try and grow these funky red apples. And my cousin was recently visiting from BC and brought like a whole bunch of apples from BC that are like these ginormous things. I haven't tried any of them yet. And part of me is like, huh, should I try a seed from that as well? It's not like I need to actually plant all these trees in the ground. I could always just like graft them onto an existing apple tree. Like one day I'll probably move into the place that my Oma's currently living in. Like that's what we've kind of discussed among the family, is like, yeah, that's probably gonna happen down the line. And there just so happens to be an apple tree in the backyard. A crab apple tree more specifically, which only had its crab apples used for the very first time like less than a month ago when I baked muffins to bring to a potluck with them, and they were really good crab apple muffins. But I can graft other things onto that. Like, wouldn't that be cool? And then if something's from BC like that might not be hardy enough normally to survive in the winter, graft it onto something that, you know, at its base is, you know, a hardier thing and has hardier rootstock that clearly lives here. It's like, it'd probably be fine, maybe. So I don't know. I might experiment with apple trees and stuff for fun. So we'll see here. Yeah, I did that to you once during one of the BDSP streams. You misread something you wrote, and you got really aggressive about it when I assumed that it was a typo and I autocorrected it in my head. Nintendo's online closure had a thing in it stating servers may be closed sooner if they break, as we don't want to spend money fixing them. No, exactly, basically what they meant. Sounds like something Atari would say. So basically, they can just turn the servers off tomorrow and say they broke and be legally fine. Oh, man. I had an apple tree in the back area of your old house. Got deer eating the apples that fell on the ground once. There were deer that ate the apples all the time at another one of my cousin's places on Vancouver Island when I was visiting there. And they were just like, oh yeah, they just kind of clean up all the fallen ones. And it's like, oh, that sounds kind of handy. But apparently they also eat like any, you know, plants that they plant out there. So that's not all that great stuff. But yeah. And maybe if I want to do more apple stuff, maybe I should just take a whole bunch of the neighbors' apples because they just let them rot. Just be like, hey, can I have your apples? Maybe I should have done that this year. Effie, there you are. I'm looking all over for you. Wait, what are you doing? Because, you know, we oftentimes go to the store and buy apples, but, you know, if the neighbors are just gonna let all theirs rot anyway, probably should have just, like, gone and grabbed a whole bunch of stuff, you know, is the case. Also, speaking of, like, thinking about other content creation kind of stuff, interestingly enough, one of my neighbors technically does content creation stuff as well. He has a YouTube channel where he tries to, like, vlog his various travels and stuff like that. And about a week ago, maybe a little bit more than a week ago, I was coming home from Taekwondo, and I saw him experimenting with this drone that he got for that in the front yard. He was, like, taking it up and down the street, and it was kind of cool. He was experimenting with this, like, home axis button, he said, like, oh yeah, this thing can get, like, a couple of kilometers away, and then you press the home button, and it'll go back to where you set as home, like, just in case you get it lost and don't know how to bring it back, it'll go back that way. I was like, huh, that's pretty cool. Nah, it wouldn't be a thieving. We're cool with the neighbors. In fact, he's wanted to talk to me before about, like, content creation advice, because he sees how many subscribers I have, and he's like, oh, you must know what you're doing. And I'm like, no, I don't. But he thinks I do. Your brain is really fucked because you somehow interpreted what Effie said as I'm training by pushing this wall. Wait, what was it again there? Oh, patching up this wall. It's the thing that's on screen right now, my goodness. Oh, Lord Harmonia. I'm just patching up this wall. So I'm sure if I just went over, then, you know, was like, hey, can I have your apples? He'd just be like, sure, take them. You know, knowing the neighbors. After a rain the other day, I noticed that a few of the boulders were loose. Can't have that, can we? I don't understand. What kind of repairs can you possibly... Here, I'll show you. Wow. Unbelievable. How can you lift that rock with your bare hands? Oh, it's nothing. Just years of training in service of Lady Elise. That's right. You're gonna tell me a story about her the last time we spoke. Are you still willing to share? Certainly. But would you mind terribly if I continue working while we speak? Not at all. Yeah, that was what came to mind for me as well. I told you not to talk to me while I'm pushing sharks in my underwear. That's actually what I thought of too. I have no idea what you're doing most of the time, honestly. Relatable. Very well, I'll start at the beginning. I was born into extreme poverty, a child of the streets. And yet, Lady Elise herself would often visit my slum in disguise. Really? I had no idea. Yes. Now let me just grab another rock. Crap! Anyway, as I was saying, Lady Elise visited frequently, and we became fast friends. One day, while we were playing, some guards began harassing us. Lady Elise was forced to reveal her identity to get them to leave us alone. I see. The glory was so blinding at that moment that I can hardly describe it. Yeah! Pardon me, Effie, but your pairs are becoming too distracting. You mean? I've never seen such feats of strength. That's all I can do to refrain from applauding. Perhaps you can finish telling me the story another time. Sure, I suppose so, Lord Harmonia. Although, I have a favor to ask of you. Certainly, name it. All this lifting is making me hungry. I know it's not your place, but would you mind terribly bringing me something to eat? A whole lot of something, preferably. Of course, Effie. I'll return shortly. Thank you, Lord Harmonia. Bring as much food as you can carry, please. Hello, Lionheart. I'm doing pretty alrighty. Just been working on like a decent smidge of editing like today, and a whole bunch of like digging like weeds and stuff like that out of my Oma's garden, preparing it for winter here and stuff. And then, you know, after sleeping in a bit, had done that, and then came home, grabbed some food, and I was like, let's stream for a little while. After submitting my my video essay into my class there, to my prof and stuff. We'll see what she says. It's just been like a pretty chill day, and I was like, you know, I'm just gonna end it with some Fire Emblem Fates. That sounds kind of chill there. But yeah, we're halfway through Walking Dead Season 1 now. I was thinking that I'd stream like 1 episode per stream, and then we just ended up doing 3 in the first stream across like 7 hours. I was up really late last night. So, you know, we're getting through it for Spooky Month here, and all that. What the heck was that dialogue? That was so weird. That's Fire Emblem Fates in a nutshell. Your muscles are distracting me. But yeah, it might have been localization weirdness. Won't be the first time when it comes to Fates. Yeah. Fire Emblem Fates is very much like a bit of an odd child within the Fire Emblem series. It's such a weird video game, honestly. Is something wrong, Kaze? And, what's with all those radishes? Ah, Lord Harmonia. Greetings. A young lady gave me these radishes as thanks for helping her find her way. Looks like we're having a radish feast tonight. That's pretty great, right? I must disagree. It is not great. No? What's the meta? Oh, you the Aegis, aren't you? Do you have something against radishes? It feels wrong being rewarded for such a simple kindness as giving directions. This is not the first time something like this happened either. It's not? I can't figure out why, but I find I'm often approached by women who wish to speak with me or give me things. Oh, is that so? It gets worse. If I speak even a few words, they'll often start shrieking or hugging me. Sometimes they'll give me letters or garments of clothing, or, like today, food. None of our allies act that way, of course. Just strangers. It's frustrating. Sounds to me like you're just popular with the ladies. Popular with the ladies. Exactly. Those women are just, well, they're curious about you. Because you're kind yet mysterious, being a ninja doesn't hurt either. In fact, when I was in town the other day, I overheard one of the local women. She said, that sorrowful look on Kaze's gorgeous face is way too dreamy. I wish you hadn't told me that. I appreciate the praise, but I prefer to focus on my duties and keep such silly distractions to a minimum. You're so serious all the time. Most men dream of this kind of attention. I'm simply behaving as any self-respecting ninja should. That's all there is to it. In any case, they are mistaken. I'm not a good man. You say that? It's nothing. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an urgent matter to attend to. God, just like that. Ninja are so cool. I wonder what he meant by that. Why does he think he's not a good man? I don't know. But yeah. I hear that there's all sorts of spooky games. People have been telling me about spooky games that they've been playing recently for the month. So I believe it. It was filthy good for nothing. Evil radishes away from me. They're evil. At times it doesn't even feel like Fire Emblem, but like a licensed game from a very popular anime that decided to copy Fire Emblem. Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like. That's also what Tokyo Mirage Sessions feels like there. We had a discussion during the Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope playthrough, where, you know, that's a fun crossover where they made a game that is nothing at all like either Mario or Rabbids gameplay like. I mean, you know, Mario gameplay like could mean anything, to be fair. but still made like a crossover that was really good and something new that was like, huh, that's really neat. But then when Shin Megami Tensei decided to cross over with Fire Emblem, it made something that was so odd that seemed like some very popular anime that was like maybe, I don't know, K-pop based or something like that. That was turned into a video game that has like both Shin Megami Tensei and Fire Emblem elements. So I never had any interest in playing it. Like, I still don't to this day. And we had a discussion during the Mario Rabbids playthrough how making that game was essentially like how to appeal to neither fan base. Is what it felt like. And that's why I never felt compelled to play it. And I remember when it first came out on the Wii U, it didn't perform all that well. And the head honchos behind it were like, what the heck? We're surprised that this didn't do all that well. Like, what could the reason be? Because you made something that was, like, so vastly different from either or. But, like, not in a... I was about to say not in a cool way, like Mario plus Rabbids, but is that the best way to describe it? Mario plus Rabbids was just like, hey, here's a crossover while being something very different. And, I don't know, maybe that's what they were thinking about with Shin Megami Tensei as well. The Tokyo Mirage, whatever the heck. Maybe one day I'll play it on the channel just for, like, shits and giggles or something. But, I don't know. I feel like if I played that game, I would die of cringe. And I say that as someone that's playing Fire Emblem Fates right now. So I just thought of this, but you've been rewatching the Birthright playthrough, and that playthrough had a running gag of calling Kazek Kyle! Oh yeah! Can we bring that back? Just keep on calling him Kyle. I forgot about that, because it's been a couple of years. But yeah, you're right. I remember now. Silas, do you have a moment? I have a favor to ask of you. Certainly. How can I help you, Lady Camilla? The memories are flooding back now. It's quite simple. I just need you to relay a message to Harmonia for me. Please tell him that I love him. That seems like the kind of thing you might want to tell him in person. Well, sure. I tell him every day. Yeah, so I think that would be sufficient. And you would be wrong. Lately, Harmonia has hardly seemed to react to my proclamations of love. I'm not sure what's going on, but I decided that I need to try a new approach. Have you considered scaling back? Perhaps Harmonia feels overwhelmed. Never mind. I would be happy to help. Now, what exactly would you like for me to say? Let's see. Dear pesky plumbers, the Koopalings and I have taken over the Mushroom Kingdom. What a great time to have said that. I think if I ever played Tokyo Mirage Sessions that I'd die of cringe. Of course I say that, like, right before this support conversation in Fates. Oh, man. What a video game this is. Please be sure to relay both messages. Accuracy is paramount. Is something wrong, Silas? Not at all, Lady Camilla. I will carry out your request. Is that the name of a yokai? But yeah, our birds to distract from Camilla's loved by that other lady. Wait. Do you mean to say Van? Or which one? One or the other. Tokyo Mirage Session is so funny because I said, here's a fantasy game about how war is hell, and a grimdark urban fantasy game about heaven and hell. Let's do a crossover of these two games and make it about J-pop idols. Oh yeah, J-pop would be the more appropriate term, not K-pop. Like, that whole banner, I'm just so used to, like, hearing everyone call, like, everything under that banner K-pop nowadays that, you know, that's what got stuck in my head there. Yeah, that's basically what happened. It's such a weird crossover. Like, on paper, a crossover between, like, Persona / Shin Megami Tensei and Fire Emblem sounds like a match made in heaven. That sounds like it'd be so cool. But then when they try to do it, they made who knows? I've never played it. Maybe I'll play it one day randomly on a whim, and then turns out it's like some amazing masterpiece or something like that. Who knows? You know, I can't speak accurately on it when I've never played it, when I've only seen the trailers, but like if it made a crossover between Final Fantasy and Xenoblade and made it about Broadway. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, man. If I ever did cover it, what would be an appropriate day to do it? Like April 1st or something? And then just treat it like super seriously? I don't know. Between the likelihood of me covering it and not, it is more likely that I don't. Lady Camilla, what's the matter? Are you the Aegis, aren't you? No, wait. Don't tell me. You're upset about something. Gee, how do you know? I can detect even the most subtle emotional cues. Now then, what troubles you, milady? How, It's Harmonia, if you must know. Your brother, Lord Harmonia. Aren't you two rather close? That's just it. I'm overflowing with love for Harmonia. Ah, a medical condition. Fear not. I'll rush a message to the local apothecary. You can't do that. Apothecaries are a, birthright exclusive class. There's a couple apothecaries you can get in Conquest, but, No, Arthur, you don't understand. I constantly remind Harmonia how much I love him, and it's still not enough. This is a tricky situation, but I believe I can help. At this point, I'm willing to try anything. Very well. I'm off to proclaim your love to Lord Harmonia. Yeah, why didn't you just ask Arthur in the first place, not Silas? Hold it. It's a delicate situation. You have to choose your words carefully. Or rather, I'll have to choose them carefully. Splendid. Consider me a sweet nothing delivery system at your service. Excellent. So here's what I'd like you to say to him. Okay. Before you should play Sly 4 but accidentally play the wrong game. Yeah, say that's totally Sly 4 but just play something else instead. What would I play that isn't Sly 4 but just say that is? What other games do you play as a raccoon? Like, that actually almost happened technically. Final Fantasy 15 was going to be a musical at one point until the dev team said, Nomura, stop snoring code for 5 seconds, please, I beg you. Isn't that basically what happened with Final Fantasy 10 too? Like, one of my, the streamer that kind of got me into Twitch in the first place, his favorite game of all time is Final Fantasy X, and his least favorite game of all time is Final Fantasy X-2, to the point that if you write Final Fantasy X-2 in his chat, like, the message won't get sent, Automod blocks it, which I find really funny. But, you know, and from what I've seen of trailers and stuff like that, that's kind of what it looks like. Like, I don't know anything about it, but isn't that sort of Final Fantasy X-2? How does this go wrong in such a way that sounds like Arthur's the one proclaiming his love? Yeah, that's probably what would happen with Arthur's unluckiness. It's so lovely out, but the laundry will dry in no time. Let's see. I just have to hang up these sheets and I'll be finished. Where did that wind come from? No, please wait, Mr. Sheet! Ah, oh. Felicia, you're the owner of this sheet. Kyle, you got it for me. Thank you so much. No need for thanks. I'm just glad I could be of service. Of course, you really helped me out there. Thanks to you, I might even finish all my chores today without a single mistake. Is that rare? Maybe I shouldn't have said anything, but yes, it is. I'm not a very good maid. I try not to be a burden, but I make a lot of mistakes. I see. Well, if that's the case, allow me to assist you now and then. Oh no, that's alright. I couldn't possibly impose on you like that. No, we're allies. What kind of friend would I be if I didn't lend a hand? Well, when you put it that way, okay, I'd love to have your help. Perfect. Let's hang up this laundry then. I already finished that, actually. Have you indeed? Well, if you find anything else I can help with, please, come get me. You know where I'll be. Wow, he just vanished. I wish I could do that. But I don't know where he'll be. I'll just work alone today. Aw. Yeah, you've never played 10-2. All I know is that there's a weird fan servicey J-pop vibe. So both Tokyo Mirage Sessions and Final Fantasy X-2 are both J-pop-y games there. Still generally confused about how Final Fantasy 13, one of the most hated games in this series, got not one but 2 direct sequels, did it now? Oh yeah, and there's dresses that are your job classes. Surprised it took them that long to make a Final Fantasy dress-up game given the series' costume design is its most notable aspect. Was that in 10-2? I think 10-2 just has a musical sequence at the beginning. It's still a proper RPG with tone jarring compared to the prior game. Meant to represent a more hopeful new world. Let's put this to the test. How about is what we'll do. Hold on. For the sake of science. Let's go to YouTube. Let's see here. This is for science. Final Fantasy X-2 trailer. And then we're gonna look up Tokyo Mirage Sessions trailer. And then we're gonna figure out which of the two kills us more from cringe. Is what we're gonna do. for the sake of science. Let's see here. Display capture. Oh, for the remaster. There. I own that. I have it in my Steam library. There's like some slight lost media of, you know, a couple streams that I did back forever ago. I don't even think it's installed on my computer anymore. But I have 7 and I have like 10 and 10-2 there is the case. I've only played like 4 or 5 hours of Final Fantasy 7 and like 4 or 5 hours of 10 here. Because that was one of the things that I tried out in my very early days as a content creator, was Final Fantasy X as like a recommendation from this streamer that got me into streaming. But that was a time before like anyone was tuning into my streams. So I didn't exactly have anybody to tell me that the audio was screwed. So, it still exists on my computer here. What? Come on. Is it not in here? Maybe it's in my game footage folder, not my playthroughs folder. Yeah, Final Fantasy X. So I technically have like some lost acoustic harmonium media here of like Final Fantasy stuff. Look at this. Yeah, the game was muted. Was the case. So if ever I cover Final Fantasy X for real, like I'll re-upload this as bonus episodes like I did with, you know, Xenoblade Chronicles X, where I upload the old stuff of that at the end. Also, I don't know why Media Player's been laggy here lately. This isn't the way the original footage looked in terms of frame rate. But Media Player's just been like actual ass lately for some reason. I don't know why. If I open... So I have 2. I did 2 streams that I did. And then I was like, yeah, with this busted audio, I would have to restart it from the beginning. But then I never got around to it.
It's gonna lead to the same thing anyway.
But so I'm fairly certain the game was muted during both. Yeah, so this game was just muted there. So, you know, I was gonna do like Final Fantasy X and X-2, but then I was like, oh, I'll just restart from the beginning. And now it's 5 years later. So, you know, acoustic harmonia and harmonia.
If they don't, and they get to Xanarkand,
oh no.
she defeats Sin.
No, but this is the 10 and 10-2. No, I want to see this thing specifically for 10-2, not for 10. Here, Final Fantasy X-2 trailer. Let's just look at this. Time for this part to get copyrighted. Let's see here. Yeah, specifically for 10-2 is what I want to see. I don't want to see the trailer for Final Fantasy X. I don't want to see it. I ain't interested. I'm specifically interested in 10-2 now. Final Fantasy VI for the Super NES is amazing. Final Fantasy VII is very memorable despite rough world navigation and simplistic battles. I played 9 or 10 yet despite hearing praise for them. Yeah, 10 was the one that I heard most praise for. That Otofu nerd. Yeah, let's see here. Whoa! Whoa, 2 guns, that's cool. Why does it look like this was made in Windows Movie Maker with the subtitles there? What? That was really good story and characters. Yeah, I hear that about several Final Fantasy games as well. Maybe I'll play them eventually. What was the deal with the world map there? They're like, they just drop a bomb? Back when you could upload a trailer in 240p, but people would still be impressed by the graphics. Yeah, different times, huh? This isn't really giving much of a sense of like what's going on, but that's also the case with like a lot of, you know, early 2000s game trailers, honestly. Like it was just kind of par for the course where you ask like, what's even happening? You know? Yeah, this looks like Windows Movie Maker's subtitles. That's what it looks like. Is this an official trailer with subtitles like that? So, oh, sub by you. Okay, it is totally Windows Movie Maker. It's courtesy of XX Riku Misa XX. I gotcha. It's not official. I gotcha. Hello, hello, lovely force. Welcome to what's not currently Fire Emblem Fates. Whoa. We're trying to decide what is more out of character compared to previous titles. Final Fantasy X-2 or Tokyo Mirage Sessions, the Fire Emblem Shin Megami Tensei crossover. Okay, this is not quite like I thought it would be there. Early 2010s username if you've ever seen one. Yeah, or just late 2000s there. Scammed out of Fates content? What, by like Nintendo's services and stuff, doing all the stuff that they have been lately? Whoa. Yeah, this is I honestly thought that I would be seeing something akin to like the Tokyo Mirage Sessions trailer from this, but I'm not. Play through Final Fantasy XII, great world traversal and battle gameplay, just less amazing music and less memorable finale than more acclaimed Final Fantasy games. How long is this? Okay, it's 3 minutes. Yeah, okay, so not quite what I was expecting there. Oh, if we play 10, then one day we'll do 10 too. I'd probably do 7 first. That's what I would probably do. Coming in March 2003. I thought it came out later than that. Wait, when did this first come out? Again. Gosh dang it, that's not going to be accurate. Because it's just when it was added to Steam. Final Fantasy X release date. It's just like the original thing, Bob. Okay, 2001. Interesting. I thought that 10 was like 2003 or 2004 or something like that, and then 10-2 was a little bit later. But yeah. But yeah, Toll's music is fantastic though. You enjoyed it? Oh, and then let's see here. Tokyo Mirage Sessions trailer. So far you've seen gaps where you've listed games in order from 6 to 12, but you've skipped 8 and 11. How were those two? We're having a big Final Fantasy discussion now. Yeah. They brought it to the Switch later, so it's probably able to get some more sales that way, like after, you know, it was brought to another platform and stuff like that. I wonder how it performed, actually. But yeah, like, as someone that's a big Fire Emblem fan, I saw the trailers for this and I was like, yeah, I'm not interested. And as someone that's now played Persona 5 and loved it, I see the trailers for this and yeah, I'm still not interested. You know, straight up. Like, this is not akin to either one of those things that I've played. Like, again, as we discussed during the Mario and Rabbids playthrough, it just kind of felt like how to appeal to neither fan base, and then this game didn't perform all that well when it initially came out. I don't know if it performed better when it came to the Switch. That might be worth looking up, actually. I am kind of curious. But yeah. Whoa, Joker costume. You know, could always, you know, if I ever did cover it, then I could put it in my, you know, my Fire Emblem playlist and my Persona playlist, even though it's technically not Persona. But yeah, just a very heavy J-pop things. But what was the sales of this? Tokyo Mirage Sessions Switch sales. I'm actually curious now. Hold on. No. Gosh dang it. I don't know. Total? Just look up, like, total sales. I'm curious. And let's listen to some music again. There we go. No. Come on. Oh, maybe this will also give something more specific. Under, like, reception or something? Release? Who knows? Reception. Okay, about, like, average, maybe slightly above average for a lot of reviewers. I guess it depends on what you classify as average, but by big game reviewers, it's usually like 8 is kind of average. So, Wii U, 80 of 100, Nintendo Switch, you know, 81 of 100. So, like, people generally liked it. Sales, that's what I wanted to see. According to Famitsu, the game debuted at number 13 with, what does that mean? At 23,000 units, 24,000 have a moderate sell-through rate. At release, the game ranks as number 8 in Nintendo's weekly download charts. Following make it drop to number 16, selling over 9,000 units. I assume that's just in Japan. There's no way that that's worldwide. Right? There's no way it was that low worldwide. I refuse to believe it. Like that, yeah. I want to know how much it sold worldwide. So I'm curious about. Who knows, man? Just know that it, like, underperformed compared to what they were expecting. Apparently. Wow, let's switch on over here. Alright. But yeah, seeing trailers for that is really like, yeah. I love Fire Emblem, and I love Persona 5, but I never had any interest in that game, and I still don't. The only way that I could see myself playing it as a content creator for the memes, you know? Yeah, let's see here. Tokyo Mirage Sessions for one of April Fool's stream. How long even is the game? I'd only get through like a little bit. Hold on. How long to beat Tokyo Mirage Sessions? I'm curious. How long to beat is like a fantastic website for managing my stuff around here. Main story 49 hours. So I just do like part of it. But yeah, I mean, it would be kind of funny. What if I started playing it and then it actually turned out it was really good? You know, But yeah, Tokyo Mirage Test was technically Fire Emblem's first crossover, technically, since Mirage is FE based. I thought Codename Steam was the first crossover. Wasn't it? No, there was other crossovers before that. Because yeah, there are other Fire Emblem crossovers, is the case. There was Codename Steam. There was gosh dang it, what are these other things? I know there's a couple other things though. But yeah, still an original story, but Final Fantasy XII's plot gives off much more Star Wars-like vibes than any other Final Fantasy game. They're playing a lot of similarities, but cheese chunking them are superficial. Yeah, we're using HD textures and custom icons and stuff like that, and then enhanced graphics and all that. Talk about Fire Emblem Heroes. Okay. We were just talking earlier this stream about how when I see things, my brain auto-corrects what I assume are typos. You know, and that was another instance of that. Because typos happen all the time in, you know, Twitch chat. So I have to run like an automatic autocorrect filter, you know, is the kind of thing, you know, is what being a Twitch streamer for years has taught me to do. Do an April Fool's stream of what is purposefully the longest game to complete you can find. And only stream for like 30 minutes and then never revisit or mention that game again. So like play Skyrim or something. I don't know. I did that for a 24-hour charity stream. I played 1 hour of Skyrim. Can you still find it on my YouTube channel? Because it's gotta be part of like a charity event. Hold on. Is it? If I search up Skyrim on my YouTube channel, does it come up? Yeah! Here it is! You're finally awake, Skyrim Switch 24-hour charity stream part 17. That was during the very first 24-hour charity stream. I have one 55-minute video of like starting a playthrough of Skyrim. Oh man. But yeah, there's that. Mozu? It's just you. Phew, you scared the tar out of me. What are you doing in this dump? Yeah, I was doing the Switch version. I think I own it on PC as well. Hey, don't call my village a dump. It's not its fault it's all shabby and run down. I mean, yeah, it's seen better days, but... You still haven't answered my question. Why would you come out here alone? I came looking for something. In all the confusion of the Faceless attack, I left something important behind. Oh yeah. Is this something valuable? It surely is. It was our sacred treasure. A round ball about yay big. And not just any old ball, but one with the... It's a dragon ball! But one with the Harvest God's power stored up inside. Thanks to that thing, we were blessed with a good harvest year in and year out. Interesting, sort of. Must have been very important to them. Yet, now they're all dead. Oh well. Yeah, you're right. Guess I'd best give up the search for today and head on back. Aw? Yeah, on the Switch, why? So you can play Skyrim on the go! But yeah, let's see here. We'll look at a mod working on FE if you remember where you couldn't get it to work. What? You were able to get a mod working on FE if you remember when we couldn't get it to work. What? Own Skyrim on PS3, surely that's worse than Switch, right? Maybe? Honestly, if Fire Emblem did another big crossover, you'd want them to cross over with the Shining series. Yes, I do want a crossover just so we can technically have another Shining Force game. For that reason there. Hold on. I need to, sort out some things here. Is what I better do. I can also forge a couple things. Get rid of that. I don't need it. I definitely don't need it. Why is this in my pocket, huh? Doesn't make any sense. Okay. Who wants to chat over here? Hey. Ah, cabbages! Alright, let's see here. Let's build up more friendship with Kaze, how about? Or Kyle, I don't know. Yeah, it was built for the X386 processor, or whatever, I can't words. PS3 used a proprietary cell processor setup that the port didn't utilize properly, resulting in sub 10 FPS at times. Oh. But yeah. I mean, you can have a Zura... Well, I mean, the whole point of a dancer unit is to have them have your other units become more playable, rather than using them, like, as a unit actively in fighting and all that. Here. Let's...
Welcome.
Here. I got some more funds and stuff, too. Here. For when you can eventually wield that and stuff. Here. You take this... Just in case that makes things possible to double, take that. for when it's eventually available here. Take that. I'll have, oh, I don't need anything there. Here, just take that. Then, yeah, I can't get any more Fimbulvators right now. But, oh my god, not 79. But I can get another Thunder Tome now to forge up for Odin, and then we can name it a thing for the sake of his crit and all that, you know. Like, let's see here. Like, we can do this. Lancer, didn't you, redeem, like, a thingamabob for him? I don't remember. I do not remember. Remind me if you did. But yeah, let's see here. Plus, it'd be really funny to have all the normal-ass humans from Fire Emblem and the wacky party members of Shining Force. Skyrim is so old now, and the Switch cartridge copies are currently selling above MSRP. Wait, they are? But yeah, let's just see here. Might be cheating if you use Gay Fates, because if not, you could use it in a future stream. I'm sorry to say, I don't understand what these sentences mean. But yeah. What now? Why? I mean, Skyrim's $8 USD on Steam right now. But yeah. So, what are we naming his thingamabob? You want to name it Shadow Darkness, but it doesn't fit in a Thunder Tome, so name it Thunder Smash. Because it's a Thunder Tome. Let's see here. Sure. Thunder Smash it is. Whoa, my god. Here you go. Can I... Oh, and there's lowercase. I see. I was about to say, can I separate them into two different words? Maybe I don't need to, like, do that instead. You know. There, sure.
Leave if you're leaving.
Leave if you're leaving? Yeah, I just checked online. The Switch version of Skyrim was published by Nintendo. Nintendo, of course, believes in discontinuing print runs for games without ever putting them on sale. Oh, what? Sorry, we could use Gay Fates in a future stream sometimes. I mean, all the build plans and pairings and stuff like that is planned around, like, what is possible in the base game, and I have, like, spreadsheets planned out for that, so even if I did use it, I don't think it would make any, difference by making other things, you know, available when I wouldn't use them anyway. Is the case. Yeah, let's do one chapter for this stream at least. That's what we'll do. Yeah, chapter 12, Bitter Intrigue. After triumphing at Notre Sagesse and gaining the Rainbow Sage's power, Harmonia heads to Makarth to recover. However, an unexpected battle awaits. I just started chuckling there, remembering the jokes made about the Rainbow Sage last time. I kind of forgot about for a hot second. Chapter 12, Bitter Intrigue. Who do we get in this one?